I'm pleased to be joined on Pioneers Pregame Live by the newest Elmira Pioneer All-Star in TJ Gramesty. And TJ, first of all, congratulations on the selection. What was going through your head when you found out this morning?
I was actually just hitting in the cage, and someone was like, congratulations. I was like, for what? And they were like, oh, you made the All-Star team. I was like, oh, thanks, I mean, it's cool, but, just got to make the playoffs now. We put ourselves in a kind of a crappy situation, but, nothing we can't build our way out of.
I was going to ask, what's the difference mentally between balancing a personal accolade with the overall team objective as we're heading down the home stretch of the regular season?
I guess nothing matters unless you make the playoffs. Like, how valuable am I to the team if we don't make the playoffs? So now we just find out how well the All-Star selection was. If we make the playoffs, then it was correct.
How tough is it to continue to stay the course in terms of batting average and all your collective offensive numbers when you're going up against so many new pitchers, even on different teams coming in middle of the summer? What are some of the benefits and challenges of that, and how have you adapted?
It's nice to watch your average go up and down and stuff like that, but you get to that point where you start so hot, you go 2 for 5 and your batting average goes down. So you can't really get too wrapped up in it, but, it's still nice to help produce for the team.
I was going to ask, what are some of the biggest mental challenges now that you recognize as you enter the home stretch of the season? You have 2 teams to overcome to get back into a playoff spot. What are you experiencing both on an emotional level and on a team-wide level?
It's nothing we can't do. We're only, 2.5 back out of 4th place right now. Coach Drum talks about, just making the playoffs, and then we can, as long as you make it, you got a chance. So that's all we're trying to do now.
How comfortable is it to go up against a Geneva opponent now, a second straight day? You saw some of their pitchers were able to work deep in counts on Sunday.
I think we got 4 pitchers yesterday out of them. So, they might be running low. So hopefully we get their starter out quick, and then, we're in the back half of that bullpen.
How tough or easy is it adjusting to the schedule, especially this weekend? You have 2 more doubleheaders, 3 more on the season.
The off days definitely help. That you get 6 games a week, and, your body's on fire. You're trying to balance everything. So, the off day definitely helps, but, we're used to it at this point.
In terms of defensive positions, you're jumping from both right field to back behind the plate. What's that been like, and do you have a personal favorite at this point?
I love catching. I know that All-Star selection said outfield, but I think that's just because I've played more games out there. But I do love catching. I grew up catching, but, kind of being an athlete anywhere they put me. So,
how important is it to develop that rapport with the pitchers, especially being behind the plate? And what have you noticed in terms of progression from the pitching staff as we motor along through the regular season?
The pitching has gotten better. We got into that situation where we were walking a lot of guys, hitting a lot of guys. The last few games, we kind of let them beat us. If we're going to get beat, Coach Drum talks about, giving up those hits, not beating ourselves with the walks and stuff. So I think they've gotten a lot better.
You guys were the beneficiary of an outstanding outing from Bobby Boying on Sunday. What were you seeing from him that made him so effective?
Bobby's the man. He controlled the zone with the heater. Everything was in the zone. I think he only struck out 5 guys, let our defense work. So that was half the problem.
Awesome. Well, TJ, congrats, man, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Farrell.